What's up, YouTube? BigSweetC here with you. Got another little video for you. We've been playing a lot of Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, on the old Twitch channel. I know in January it was the new hotness over on Twitch. Everybody was playing it. Dr. Disrespect, Tim the Tap Man, Shroud over on Mixer. Everybody's been playing Escape from Tarkov, and it got me excited about the game. Excited enough to the point where I jumped in on it. I got it on sale over Christmas. I've been playing it a lot. But before you do decide to make this investment, I have a little confession to make. The truth is, if it wasn't on sale and it wasn't being hyped up as much as it was, and I didn't have a couple of people at work hounding me in my ear every day that I worked with them to jump in on this game, truth is I probably wouldn't buy it. The game is fun, not gonna lie, the game's fun, but it's not a very good game, to be honest with you. There's so much about it that just, for no reason at all other than the fact that maybe it's trying to be something bigger than a video game, so to speak, it's just, it's almost too much. And what I mean by that is, like, there's plenty of fun stuff to be done, especially if you have a group of friends that play it, and more specifically a friend or two that has done everything already. So if you have somebody, like I fortunately have a gentleman that I work with that has played this game for a very long time. He knows it inside and out. He knows where to look on the wiki if he doesn't know something. But without him, I would never play this game again. You start with basically nothing. So depending on which of the tiers you buy into. There's the standard tier, there's the little bit better tier, the little bit better tier, and then there's the big tier. Depending on which one you step into is how much stuff you start with. Now, the reason that matters is because the game does not tell you anything about it when you first jump into it. It does not tell you what guns you have, it does not tell you what your guns do, does not tell you what kind of ammo you have for your gun, gives you a bunch of loot at the beginning of the game, doesn't tell you what it is, doesn't tell you what it does, doesn't tell you how to use it. The game literally throws you into the deep end, and if you don't know how to swim already, you're gonna fucking drown. And normally I'm totally on board with these types of games. You know, I play all of the masochistic games like Dark Souls and Sekiro and all these games that are like really tough at the beginning until you figure them out. The biggest problem with Tarkov is there is no learning curve. You are thrown in with these guys that have been playing forever, and if they know the map, there's a chance you go into a game, you spawn, and in 2 seconds, your character is headshotted from a guy who's just sniping spawn location. Now, normally I wouldn't normally have a big problem with this, except for the way the game progresses is completely different than, say, anything else. So, if I go into a game, and I just sit there and I don't do anything, my character does not progress at all. Makes sense, right? Well, if I go into a game and I continually get sniped by these people that are just sniping spawn locations, I literally deprogress. Because not only do I not earn any experience whatsoever, but I also lose everything that I came in with. So when you die, when you go in, if you don't know, you carry all this stuff with you. You can put insurance on it, and I'll get to that in a bit. You can put insurance on this stuff, but you go into it, when you die, you lose everything that you went in with, unless you have insurance on it. But what they don't tell you about insurance, the insurance only works if the person that killed you does not take your stuff. Or anybody who randomly comes across your body does not take your stuff. So what does this mean for beginners? Well, beginners are more likely to die earlier in the raid, exposing you for a longer period of time to other people in the raid. So the longer you're dead, the less likely it is that that insurance is going to bring your stuff back. So not only are you losing everything, but you're also paying money to this game, to this insurance policy, and you're still not getting anything. So now you're not getting any experience for being in this raid. You're losing all of your stuff, and you're losing money to buy more stuff because the insurance didn't work. You are at a severe disadvantage if you go in it on alone. Then on top of that, when you get into it, when you finally do start understanding what does what, you get a gun. Then you have to buy a magazine for that gun. Then you buy the ammo for that gun. And it's not just like, there's not armor-piercing bullets, exploding bullets. There's armor-piercing level 1, armor-piercing level 2, armor-piercing level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7. It's a video game, man. There's absolutely no reason why you have to have 7 different layers of the exact same bullet. It's just unnecessary. It's mind-boggling how much and how complicated this game is and why people still play it. It's a video game. Now, to kind of go into my conspiratorial side, it's a Russian video game. I have never in my entire life thought this about any of the most violent video games I have ever played or seen in my entire life. But this one generally does feel like the Russians are trying to educate United States citizens into revolting. Trying to prepare you for some sort of war coming up. I'm not in the military, man. I don't need to know the difference between a 9x18 or a 9x19. I have a pistol. Give me pistol bullets. I can't even believe I'm saying this because I never in my life thought that I would come across a game where I feel like it's almost trying to be too smart. It almost feels as if like the most elitist game nerd ever, who despises everything about video games, was like, I'm gonna make a video game for a very select few people. Like, it doesn't feel like this is made as a game for everybody. This feels like it's a game made for people who don't like video games, but want to play video games so they can tell all their friends that they play video games. And so they have the most convoluted, most difficult game to learn ever. That way they can just tell people that, oh, I play Escape from Tarkov. You are not on my level of video game mastery, sir, unless you play Tarkov. It literally sounds like whoever developed this game had a giant stick up his ass because everybody who he went to with a video game idea was like, dude, it's a fucking video game, bro. Now again, it's not that I don't enjoy this game. I do barely enjoy it. But you'll go in, you get killed right away. So you lose all your stuff, you don't gain any progress whatsoever, and then you gotta wait for your character to heal, or you can spend money to heal it. Well, on the flip side of that, they also allow you to do a scav run, which is kind of a unique idea. It's a character where they randomly generate all their stuff when you spawn into the game, and if you get to escape from Tarkov, you escape from the map, you get to keep all their stuff. But again, by the time you usually spawn in, you got about 5 minutes to find the exit. 10 if you're lucky. Now, if you've never played this game before and you take a look at the map's trash. The map is absolute garbage. It's a fucking cartoon character on the screen. There's no compass, so you don't know where you're at. It's got these awkwardly drawn figures that are supposed to represent buildings, but there's literally no way to tell which building is which. You know, like, you'll be looking at a red building on the map, it's blue. You'll be looking at a blue building on the map, it's also blue. So you have no idea, like, there's no compass. The map's always popped up north, but you have no idea which way you're facing. You don't know if you're facing north, south, east, or west. So you're just hoping that you're in this area. So you start walking to what you think is the exit, only to open up the map and find out, oh, hey, it hasn't shown where I've gone at all, and I must be on the complete other side of the map. So when you finally realize that, you're looking at a clicking timer that says you got about 4 seconds to find this exit, and that's 0 time whatsoever. So you go in, you're thinking, hey, I can just go in as a scav, I'll quickly find the exit, I'll get out, I'll get some free loot. That doesn't happen. So then what happens? You get an MIA. You're missing in action. You don't get killed, but you don't escape, so you lose all your stuff. You don't gain any progress with the scav, so again, you've just played for 10-15 minutes and done nothing to help your character. After that, you go to try and jump back in, you notice your character not healed up yet, and now you've got a 20-minute time limit before you can play as a scavenger again. So you literally have this game that won't let you play it. Won't let you play. What is the point of having a video game that I can't play? If I bought the Final Fantasy VII Remake and I got two minutes into the level, and then all of a sudden the game just paused and was like, you know what, hey, your character's got to heal for 20 minutes. I would not continue playing that game. Why would I wait around for 20 minutes just to play the video game? That's not even the fact that I usually have to wait anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to get into a match in the first place. And then I gotta wait another 20 minutes for my character to heal. If I want, I can go and I can buy meds and I can heal up my character with that. But now I've made no progress, I've lost all my stuff, and now I've wasted all my money that I have to buy ammunition and bullets and guns on healing myself to go into this game with just a knife. It just doesn't seem like they thought this through. It seems like they thought that everybody and their mom was immediately going to buy this video game and everybody was going to play it together. Everybody's got a squad. Everybody's got a friend. And you literally cannot play this game by yourself, really. Because until now, there does eventually seem to come to a point when you can upgrade your stuff enough to be able to play on a consistent basis. Problem with that is, every 6 months they wipe everything and you go back to 0. Now, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that'll help a lot of new players out when it does go back to 0 and kind of even keels everything. But you make all this progress, and then you have to go back to 0 again. You finally turn that corner. You finally turn that corner. You know what I mean? You are a playoff caliber team who hasn't been able to knock that door down and get into the Super Bowl. You finally do. And the day before the Super Bowl, they're like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna start all over. You turn that corner, and then they take that corner and they put it another mile down the road. It's just not a good way to design a game. It does not encourage continuous play. Now, I know I brought this up earlier. I see Dr. Disrespect, I see Shroud, I see Tim the Tap Man, Summit1G, all these super famous Twitch streamers playing it all the time, and they're always killing people and all this bullshit. They do not have the same game you have. They were given their game from the developers to hype this game up. It is not the same game that you are buying into. It's not. It's just not. They're going to have all the best stuff. They're going to go into it with all the best stuff. When it wipes out, they're going to get back all the best stuff. They're doing that because they want to excite you to buy the game, only to find out that you start with nothing. Nothing that they started with. You could sit there, and I've done it many, many times. Sat there and just shot and shot and shot at a standing still target and hit nothing. Zero. Hit nothing. And then I watched Dr. Disrespect, and he's hip firing killing dudes from 100 yards out. Like, it's just not the same game that you're gonna get that they're getting. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. If it was a free-to-play game with microtransactions that you could buy, sure, maybe I would recommend this one. But until for a $60 game, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. Like I said, I got mine on sale. It was only $35 instead of $60. But I wouldn't even pay $35 for this game again. I just wouldn't. It's just not good enough. There's just nothing to help you enough to make you want to encourage you to keep playing this game that is worth $35. I mean, you pay $35 to play this game, and then you have to go to the wiki to understand it. Like, they honestly believe that it's almost as if we've gone back to the Nintendo Entertainment System era, where you buy Final Fantasy for the first time and you have to then also buy the player's guide to understand how to play it and what to do, where to go, all that kind of stuff. Like, there's literally nothing. There's nothing about this game that teaches you anything. There's no training course. There's no, hey, by the way, if you go into this and you die, you're gonna lose all your stuff. There's no warning. They don't tell you what they don't tell you what insurance is. They don't tell you about your tasks. You know, you have to go in and just start hitting buttons, trying to figure out what everything is until you see it for the first time ever. You know, it's as if a troll farm developed a game just to amuse themselves at the struggling of everybody else. And while, yes, it seems really, really hype and fun when you watch all these streamers play together, and fortunately, I don't think I completely wasted my $35 because I do have that one friend that is ungodly good at this game because he jumped in on it at a super, super early stage. So I will at least get to continue playing it from time to time. But if you are a gamer that does not have someone that already knows this game, or you do not have at least 3 or 4 other friends that are willing to buy it and play it with you on a consistent basis, this game is not worth buying. It's just not. This game is not worth buying. Go buy Apex. You don't even have to buy Apex. Go buy Call of Duty. It's better suited, and it's the value that you get out of it is worth more. Because if you go into this game, you buy the base standard edition like I did, and you go into it hoping that just by playing it on your own, you'll eventually figure it out, You might, but you're gonna go into it, you're gonna get bored of it, you're gonna get tired of it, you're gonna put it on the shelf, you're never gonna play it again. Just my honest opinion. My honest to God opinion. I don't think Tarkov is worth paying for. If they made it free to play and you wanted to check it out, I totally understand that. But I would not pay money for this game. I have paid money for this game. And I'm telling you, I would not pay money for this game. But to each their own. If you do jump into it, there are a lot of things that I do like about it. I like the team aspect of it. I like the jumping into it. It's easily one of the epitomes of what we consider elitist games, because those that have bought more into it have a severe advantage over those who are just trying to test the waters. So if you are going to play this game, if you are going to buy it, you have to buy the top tier. You have to buy the top tier, unless you have a dedicated team that's going to be willing to play until you figure it out, until you get to that turn the corner moment. Because by yourself, like I've been trying to play, it's not good. You could even, Dr. Disrespect, he tried to play it by himself for like a day and a half. I've never seen him play it on his own since then. If that doesn't right there tell you that this is not a game for a single player, then I don't know what more proof you need. But again, fun idea, fun concept, not where it needs to be to justify paying for it. Just my 2 cents. Just my 2 cents. Either way, that's going to do it for this one. BigSweetC, that's me. Wishing YouTube, that's you. Wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it might be. Long as you're watching, I'm wishing you a wonderful watching time. Sweetness, signing off. Peace.